All right, so we are doing section 1.1, which is formulas and expressions. Guys, formulas and expressions, this chapter is basically doing order of operations. And so if you don't remember your order of operations, it is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. All right, and that's basically all that section 1.1 is going to cover. There is something very unique about the way multiplication and division works. Does anybody remember what that is? Matthew.
Um, Depending on which one is first, when like reading the problem left to right, you do that one first.
Yeah, we do that one first, right? From left to right. That's how they operate. So if the subtraction sign is on, oh, sorry, rather if the division sign is on the left, you take care of that first before multiplication. Does that make sense, everyone? Addition and subtraction as a separate operation moves also from left to right. So what that means is that you do not do subtraction before multiplication, right? You will always take care of this operation before this one. It's just these two are going to be left to right depending on which one's first. These two are going to be left to right depending on which one's first. Raise your hands if you have any questions about that. There was a bit of a blow up on Facebook between a couple of my friends over which problem or whether which answer was correct. So I had to kind of step in and let them know what was happening. There are a couple of teachers in Japan. I don't know what they were doing teaching math, but whatever. Okay, let's just do a couple of problems that are going to be from your homework. I mean, your homework tonight is the odd problems on page 10. Let's take a look at a couple of the even ones. That way you guys know what to expect. If I look at number 18, it's 4 times the quantity 3 squared plus 3. You just follow the order of operations as they're depicted. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the parentheses. Inside the parentheses, I've got this little expression here. So inside the set of parentheses, I'm going to do the exponent first. 3 squared, I hope you guys know what that is. That is 9. Whatever I don't use, I'm going to just go and bring down. All right, I didn't use the 3, I didn't use the 4, I didn't use the parentheses. 9 plus 3, I'm going to, because I still got parentheses going, so I'm going to do the inside of those. 9 plus 3 is 12. And then I'm going to bring down the 4 because I didn't use it. 4 times 12, anyone want to throw the final ball at this one, Max? 48, and that is the correct answer. All right. Let's take a look at number 20. We've got 7 plus 5 times 3 minus 3. Please do not fall into the trap of subtracting 3 minus 3. All right, otherwise you'll get 0 times 7 plus 5, which is going to be 0. Handle the parentheses first. 7 plus 5, that gives you 12. I'm going to leave the parentheses there, and then 3 minus 3. Well, 12 times 3 has to happen first, because whenever you see parentheses and there's nothing happening in between them, it's going to be multiplication. Agreed? Do we agree with that? Cool. So 12 times 3 is 36, minus 3 more. 36 minus 3 is 33. Questions on that problem? Max, how you doing? Good. All right, 22. 10 plus 16 divided by 4 plus 8. No parentheses happening, no exponents happening, there's no multiplication happening, but there's division happening. So I'm going to handle 16 divided by 4 first. I'm going to cross that off. 16 divided by 4 is 4. I'm going to bring down the 8. I'm going to bring down the 10 because I didn't use those. And now it's just addition. I'm going to add straight across. 10 plus 4 is 14. Plus 8 gives me what? Dom. Perfect. 22. Raise your hands if you feel that you have seen this before in a past life of sorts. Okay, good. Should be familiar. Okay, actually, you know what? I should ask. Raise your hands if you have never seen this before. Okay, good. If that was the case, we would have to see what's happening. Okay, number 24. They're up in the ante. They're giving you multiple brackets. When you have a situation of multiple brackets and parentheses, which set of parentheses do you handle first? Soph! The ones that are inside of it. Yeah, the innermost parentheses, right? Innermost parentheses. 6 times 5, that would be 30. And I'm going to bring down the 4 plus that. I'm going to keep the big brackets because I like them. You can change them if you want to. It's not a big deal. 4 plus 30 is 34. 7 minus that quantity. What's 7 minus 34? We're up 7 feet, and we're going to dig down 34 feet. How many feet are we underneath now? Is it going to be positive or negative? Got to be negative, right, Nate? Negative 27. That is what I'm looking for. Okay, let's do number 26 from your assignment. That is 4 plus 9 divided by, oh, this one's pretty layered. Okay. Innermost parentheses are going to happen first. What is the innermost operation that's going to get handled first? Because this one's actually has a couple of facets to it. What's the most inner operation? Dom. Negative 2 times 4, or just 2 times 4, because it's going to be 9 minus 8. Whatever I didn't use, I'm going to bring down. 9 divided by that. That's going to, I think I overdid my parentheses there. That's okay. 4 plus that. 9 minus 8 is going to be 1, so 9 divided by that. And then 4. 9 divided by 1 is 9. And then times 4. That gives me a final answer of... Oh, is it addition? Sorry. My bad. Missed that one there. Gives me a final answer of, not 36, but actually, Dom, 13. Okay, good catch. Questions on anything from this section here? Pretty simple. Audrey, how you doing? Doing good? Is this pretty easy for you? Yeah? Cool. That's what I want to hear. If this is hard, I might be a little concerned. Okay, how can they make this more difficult? They're going to give you something to do beforehand. And so they might tell you evaluate if A equals negative 5, B equals, they say in your book 0.25, but I'm going to change that into a fraction because fractions are, believe it or not, easier than decimals. 0.25 is 1 over what number? Chris, 4. How'd you know that, Chris? Because you work at Chuck E. Cheese. C equals 1/2 and D equals 4. That looks like negative 4, sorry. Positive 4. Okay, so when they say evaluate, that basically means plug and chug, right? Evaluate for any given letter. So if I say, look at number 36, and I say D times, that's D, D times 3 plus C, what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in my D, which in this case is the number 4. 3 is going to stay that way because it's a number that we need, plus C is going to be replaced with 1/2. Right, any questions about that? Okay, I'm going to actually handle this one a little bit differently. I'm going to use the distributive property instead of adding these together and changing it into an improper fraction. I'm going to distribute because you'll get the same answer. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1/2 is 2. My final answer is 14. If you had done it the other way and done 4 times 3.5, I would have multiplied, I'm sorry, changed the thing into an improper fraction, so you get 6, 7, 7 over 2 times 4, right? That's going to go away. You get a 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, number 40. Moving on to number 40. 2 to the D power plus A. Let's go ahead and substitute in. That means 2 to the D being the number 4 plus the letter A is negative 5. I'll put that in parentheses. Hardest part of this problem is 2 to the 4th power. Why don't we go with Michael? What is 2 to the 4th power? Is it 8 or is it 16? 16. Good. 16. 16 plus negative 5 might as well be 16 minus 5. So my total answer, Michael, is 11. Very good. Very good. Good job. Okay, last one on this section here. Number 42. 3a plus 4c over 2c. A lot of c's in this problem. So let's go ahead and just substitute this thing in. This is going to equal 3 times a is negative 5, plus 4 times c is 1/2, over 2 times c, which is 1/2 again. Let's go ahead and simplify this. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, plus 4 times 1/2 is 2, over 2 times 1/2 is 1, so I don't really care about that anyways. Negative 15 plus 2, negative 15 plus 2, Dom? Negative 13, bam, and you are done. Raise your hands if this is easy for you. If you had me before, raise your hands if you're biting off this Triceratops' horn. Okay, good. Piece of cake. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next section, which is equations, which should still be a review. Piece of cake. Okay, solving equations is pretty much using your order of operations backwards, and I'm hoping you guys will remember. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm going to stop the video right there.